Hey guys, I just wanted to hop on here real quick and give you guys a little encouragement. I want you to know that you can do this no matter who and no matter what. Um, what I mean by that is something I hear so often is the other ladies will tell me, you know, I'm struggling because he keeps bringing food in the house, or my kids have friends over and I just can't resist, or my roommate is bringing pizza in the house, or whatever it may be. Whatever it may be, it's tempting food that they don't want to eat, and other people are bringing it in the house. So this may sound harsh, but what I gotta say to that is that excuse needs to die. That excuse needs to die. Just die. It's not a valid excuse, guys. I'm sorry if that sounds harsh. Here's the reason. Unless you live under a rock, you're always going to be around temptation. You may not have it in your house at all times, but if you really want to do this, you will do it. And you will find a way. You will find a way even if you fail 100 times. And maybe those temptations that your significant other or your kids or your roommate are bringing in, maybe they're not helping, but maybe they are. You have to learn how to deal with temptation around. So for me personally, if you follow me for a minute, you know that I have 5 children and a husband at home. 2 of my children are adults and 2 are teenagers. One is both an adult and a teenager. He's 19. And I also have a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old. So for me to expect everyone to change how they eat or how they do for me would be, not that, all of them would be willing to help me, no doubt. But this is not a feasible lifestyle change for me to expect all other 6 people in my household to change their lives or their lifestyles to suit me. Especially, like I said, since they're not all littles. It might be different if, they were all 10 and under. But we're talking about 21, 19. We're talking about kids coming in and out. A lot of parties as far as like birthday parties and graduations, things along those lines. So, so I had to learn to deal. And there were some things that I did do differently for certain, just as an FYI, like since I do a lot of the grocery shopping, I didn't buy processed junk food for a while for anybody, because, why? If I didn't have to. That said, I had one of my kids worked fast food, so she was always bringing food home from work, things like that. And like I said, there's a lot of celebrations in our family and things like that, so I was definitely around it. I also didn't bake anything for the first couple weeks, so definitely some things like that I changed, things that I could change, but the rest of it that I couldn't change, I just had to accept. And it was hard. I remember I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks in, that we had visitors and everyone ordered. We had friends over. They had friends over, not mine. And they ordered pizza. And I remember the smell of it. And I thought, my God, I can't have pizza ever again in my life. And just the thought of that was heartbreaking. It was almost like a grief, like a sadness, like just such grief. I literally went to my room, I got on my knees and I prayed. And I said, God, I don't know if I can do this. And God gave me the strength. I got up off of my knees and I went out and ate my planned dinner. And I have to say, now all this time later, I'm sitting here right now. I just picked up Domino's for my a couple of my kids that ordered Domino's, and I was out running errands. They asked if I would pick it up. So I have 4 boxes of Domino's, and who knows what else is in here, because there's several people at the house, and I smell it quite strongly. And guess what? It doesn't bother me, not a bit. So I hope that gives you guys some hope and some strength. Please don't hate me for this message. I just know that if you really want to make a change, like, stuff has to change, and part of that is our mindset of blaming other people. Do what you can, and leave the rest to God. I love the serenity prayer for this kind of things. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. If you cannot change what your husband or your roommate, etc., are bringing in, accept it, and give me the courage to change the things I can. The things that you can change are what you're eating, the things that you're bringing in the house, because, come on, guys, a lot of us are bringing this crap food in ourselves. So let's just keep going. Don't get discouraged. Don't give up. Just see where you can do better, and you can do this. Like, you can do it, hon. You can do this. If I can do this, guys, come on. I'm not to say that I was the worst, but I sure felt like I was the worst. So if I can do it, I definitely believe that you can too. I was really bad, guys. I was really bad. You do have to want it, and there may be other steps that you have to do to be able to do this. Like, for me personally, I had to do 12-step work. I had to do 12-step work. I could never have put this down. I could never have done this without that first. But, a lot of us have bad habits, and we're emotional eaters. So if you fall into that category, come on, girls. You can do this. We can do this. So I hope that helped a little bit, and I hope you all having a great rest of your day.